As an HR leader, you probably know how important DEI initiatives are. You go above and beyond to make your workplace more diverse and inclusive for all. But what if I told you there's one thing that is falling through the cracks and potentially costing you your best employees? What your DEI initiatives could be overlooking is neurodiversity. You see, neurodivergent people are those whose brains process, learn, and experience the world differently from what's considered neurotypical. It's not a medical label, but an umbrella term that covers a range of neurological differences, including autism, ADHD, dyslexia, and dyspraxia. These differences are a natural part of human diversity, often bringing both unique strengths and challenges. In fact, neurodivergent individuals make up to 15 to 20% of the global population. And many of them have exactly the skills that companies are struggling to find. Now, the ability to hyper-focus on complex problems, spot patterns others might miss, and think outside conventional framework aren't just nice to have skills anymore. It's what separates thriving businesses from those that fall behind. So, why aren't more companies benefiting from these talents? Well, it's usually not intentional. The problem often lies in the small, everyday aspects of how we work. Think about inflexible work hours that don't accommodate different work styles, or open plan offices that can overwhelm employees with sensory issues. Even your traditional interview formats can unknowingly filter out brilliant minds who simply think and communicate differently. These seemingly minor barriers can actually prevent talented people from doing their best work or from joining your team in the first place. And the cost of these oversights, well, it's significant. Not only are you missing out on incredible talent, but you might also be losing people you have already invested in hiring and training. Beyond that, you could be unintentionally creating a culture of exclusion that quietly affects team morale, retention rates, and even puts you at risk from legal compliance perspective. Hi, I'm Sanjeevani from Vantage Circle, and the good news is that making your workplace more neurodivergent friendly doesn't have to be complicated. Because today, I'll share 4 practical ways to help create a culture where everyone can contribute their best work. Number 1, create a culture of psychological safety. First, you need to create a culture of psychological safety, and that is very important. This is about making sure everyone, especially neurodivergent employees, feels comfortable being at your work. When your employees feel safe to speak up without fear of judgment, you unlock their true potential. You'll see better collaboration, more innovation, and an overall stronger team. And who doesn't want that? Number 2, rethink hiring and onboarding. You know what? Traditional interviews can disadvantage neurodivergent candidates who may struggle with social cues or feel heightened anxiety in those settings. Now, instead of relying solely on interviews, consider skill-based assessments that allow candidates to demonstrate their abilities more effectively. You know what else you can do for your onboarding? Well, offer flexibility. Some new hires may thrive with a structured approach, while others might benefit from setting their own pace as they ease into the role. Point number 3, and one of the most important, offer flexible work options. Flexibility is key for neurodivergent employees. For example, someone on the autism spectrum might find it very hard to work in noisy, open office environments. Offering flexible work options like remote work, quiet rooms, or flexible hours can make a world of difference. Now, these adjustments help employees focus and thrive, allowing them to contribute at their highest potential. And trust me when I say this. Now, these adjustments help employees focus, and thrive, allowing them to contribute at their highest potential. And trust me when I say this, these changes benefit everyone, not just neurodivergent individuals. Quiet spaces, flexible schedules, and remote work options can improve overall workplace satisfaction and productivity. And there's a lot of stats to back it up. Last but definitely not the least, point number 4, educate, train, and celebrate strengths. Finally, invest in education and training. Your team should understand what neurodiversity actually means, challenge common myths, and appreciate the strengths your neurodivergent employees bring. Without awareness, unconscious biases around autism, ADHD, or dyslexia can lead to stigma or exclusion. Training should offer practical ways to collaborate, like language that doesn't exclude or stereotype neurodivergent colleagues, adapting to different communication styles. And most importantly, building a culture of empathy and inclusion. You know what? By taking these steps, you can actually build a workplace that isn't just inclusive, but one that unlocks untapped potential. So, what's the first step you'll take to make your workplace more neurodivergent friendly? Drop a comment below and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.